What is going on, family, and welcome to another edition of Crimson Truck Pride 2. I'm doing some spring cleaning, moving some stuff in and out, making some changes and everything. But what this video is about, for some of y'all that want to know about, is it good being an owner-operator? It has its good and the bad to it. And, excuse me, I still got this cold. Doing a lease is good and bad too. It has good and bad, and also being a company driver. So I'm going to run over a couple of these things and let y'all know the owner operator side and the company side and the lease side. So let's get to it. Okay, y'all, being an owner-operator, I've been driving for 20 years. And this is my second truck. The first one I did a lease with, WTI. I did pretty good, made pretty good money, but I kept running a lot of steel. Try to stay away from the wood. It didn't pay anything. And hauling a lot of shingles. They paid decent, but I was hauling a lot of oversized loads. Still going from like North Carolina to Colorado, paid pretty good. And I made it pretty good with them. And I paid my truck off with 2.5 years. Then I had it for 2.5 years. And then I end up, the motor piston came slammed to the block and I lost the truck. But I was with another company because WTI quit letting us load in Coalfield. And I really had nowhere else to really load. So I left there and I went to haul in Southern Ag, hauling peanuts. And that's when my truck blew up. But now, fast forwarding it to this truck right here, I'm buying this through a dealer, and I tried leasing on with two companies. One of them was CRST, and it started off good because I was running, halfway decent, but sometimes I would get stuck. And the problem with that, if you own your own truck or you leasing your truck, or if you're buying a truck through the dealer, the company has to have their own freight. CRST do not have their own freight. So it was killing me with the broker freight because the brokers don't even want to pay $2 a mile, most of them. A lot of them want to pay $1 and something a mile. By the time your company get their percentage out and you get your percentage, you really making like $1.10, maybe $1.05, maybe lesser than that. And you can't make it like that. Especially if you got truck payment, insurance and everything. Then you got, depending on what your bills at home and everything. So it just didn't work. So I left them and I tried another company, which was Metallock, and I thought the same thing. They had their freight. Oh man, they didn't have no freight, all broker freight. You deal with agents, same thing as CRST. And it was really putting me in the hole, putting me in the bind. So right now I'm soul searching and I'm going to make a change. And the next company I go with, they're going to have freight. They got to have their own freight, or they can have broker freight and regular freight. And you can pretty much maybe make it like that. But if you go with a lease company, you can go with a company, make good money, and lease their truck, lease to buy. But the company got to have their own freight and broker freight, or either just their own freight. Because if you go with them and they're just dealing with broker freight, I'm telling you right now, you're going to put yourself in the hole. You're going to dig yourself in the hole. If you're a company driver and you're making good money and you get home every weekend, and they run you pretty much where you want to run, then sometimes it's best to stay a company driver. You don't have the headaches of having to work on your truck. As y'all seen some of my videos, a lot of stuff I try to do myself, but some of it I can't, so I had to take it to the shop. So it has its good and bads to it. So if you're a company driver, you never have to worry about any overhead or anything. Just basically run the truck and try to make money. That's a good thing about being a company driver. But that pretty much narrowed it down. If some of y'all that's company drivers thinking about being an owner operator, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But you got to make it work for you, and the company got to make it work for you and have freight. Because if they don't have freight, you're not moving. You're doing a lot of deadheading. Some of the times I was deadheading 400. One time I deadheaded 600 some miles just to get a load because Texas, oh my God, Texas got a lot of freight going in, but nothing coming out. And I had to deadhead all the way from Texas all the way to Olive Branch, Mississippi. And then I got down there, thought I was going to do like a dedicated run to Walmart, and that didn't work out because I was getting one load a day hauling mulch. So that didn't work. So I just left that, got a load, come on back up and deliver in Georgia. Now, like I said, I'm soul searching right now, and hopefully things will get better. But like I said, the next company I go to, it's got to be a company that got freight and deal with either have their own freight or either deal with brokers or whatever. Both. They got to have both. But I don't want to hold y'all up and make this a long process, but I kind of want to kind of give some of the people the idea, because some of these guys that are company drivers want to be an owner operator, and you can, but like I said, you got to make sure that they have freight. Before you do your research, before you go jumping the gun and go jumping in a truck or going to buy a truck, do your research. Now, some of these guys that haul broker freight are doing pretty good. But I think if you hauling broker freight, you got to have your own rights. See, because with having your own rights, you get all the money. You ain't got to give a company part of your money, and then that broker getting part of your money. So there's a lot of owner operators out here that got their own rights that's doing real good. If I was able to get in that position, that's probably what I would have done. But I'm not able to get in that position right now. So if you can do that, get your own rights, and run your, pick your own freight and everything, then you'll do good as an owner operator. So just go out there and do your research before you go jumping the gun. Other than that, y'all, we're going to end this video. I hope I was some help to some people that thinking about being an owner operator, because like I said, there's some good and bad. There's some good and bad in the leasing. There's some good and bad in the company. But you got to figure out what works for you. So with that said, y'all, we're going to end this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you share, and make sure you also subscribe. And also, look at the top at the end of the video. I have my other channel, which is Black Knight Mustang Lifestyle, and go support me on that and subscribe. With that said, y'all, we're going to see y'all on the next one. Roll Tide Road, baby. For life. Peace.